Hey guys, welcome to Old School Moto. I'm just going to do a valve clearance check on my RMZ250. It's a 2015 model. But yeah, just going to run you through that and show you what I do anyway. My disclaimer, I'm not a mechanic. I have no qualifications. I just have ridden and raced dirt bikes for quite a while and know my way around. So just take everything as a method, as my own personal way of doing things. And yeah, again, what do they say? Don't try this at home. Or yeah, see what I do and go and do it the right way. But yeah, look, what else can I say? That's pretty much it. We'll get into it, and hopefully everything goes okay. But yeah, just a basic thing. Righto, now that we've got the tank out of the way, we've got access here to remove the top engine mount, which also houses the coil and I think you call it a rectifier or regulator or whatever. Then we'll then take spark plug out. We'll have that out of the way. We'll have a bit better access to the tappet cover, and we've got those two bolts there to undo, and we'll whip that off and we'll expose the valve train. Okay, so we've got here 12, 10, okay. Pretty straightforward. It's just this one's just 2 bolts, so, and this one's got a thread on a nut on the other side, 14. Oh. Okay. Alright, so what we might do with this one, we'll actually, because it's got a plug here and a plug here, and obviously the spark plug, and we'll disconnect that and we can lift that whole thing out of the way. God, even when you push it in, it's still fucking tight, isn't it? There we go, that's one. It's never a fucking easy way to do it though. Or if there is, I don't know it. Well, this one wants to be an absolute cunt. Can't even remember how I got these to let go when I took the fucking bike apart. Well, okay, let's go the easy way. Pop that off. It's my hour meter wire. Yeah, there we go. We'll just do it fucking easy way after all that. Move it out of the way. Okay, so you can see there now we've pretty much got clearance. I'm going to unhook that, poke it out the side. Now we've got a good clearance at the top. Okay, 14 mil. That's what I like about these. Turned it into a bar or a T-bar. Okay, righto, we can remove the valve cover, and what we've got to be careful for is these the half moon pieces that drop into the head. That one, that came off pretty easy, so it was a fairly new one. I didn't put too much goo on there. Alright, but that's cracked it open for us. So just in this position we can remove the bungs from the alternator cover or mag cover, whatever you want to call it, and we can wind it around top dead center and check which way the lobes are facing, check the timing marks, etc. So let's do that. Okay, so we just need to take these bungs out so we can access the nut to turn the crank over, and access this one here, which is going to let us see the timing marks. And of course we don't have to worry about the oil because the oil level is lower. Oh. Okay, that's pretty straightforward. I think that was a 17. Hang on. Okay, so as we can see from the manual here, we have the cold valve clearance or camshaft clearance, and you know we've got inlet 0.9 to 0.16, and then on the exhaust 0.17 to 0.24. So, and it also gives it in inches if you're using imperial gauges. So, and it also shows you a little diagram of where you need to be setting wise. We've got the mark up there, and also it actually gives you a good idea of how to set the feeler gauge into it. So when it's set, yeah, drop the feeler gauge in there and check the sides. So anyway, we'll go and check it and see how it goes. Okay, so we have set everything, timing marks and everything, and we've got the lobes pointing, like on the inlet pointing to the back, and on the exhaust pointing to the front. So on the manual it shows you, and we're just going to check the inlet now, and let's go back to here. Just saying again, our inlet is 0.09 to 0.16. So what I've got here in my hand is 0.10. So it's on the I guess you can say it's on the tighter side. So here we go, just pop that under here, and there we go. So we're just popping that between the top of the shim bucket and the valve, the camshaft I should say, and that's fitting in there. That's actually, it's got a bit of drag to it, but it's not overly tight. So, you know, at that size, it's definitely, for me, within spec. And this side here, a little bit easier to sort of get to. Again, that's basically the same, so it's perfectly in spec for me. So it puts it, you know, in that middle area, which is where I want it to be. All right, and we'll go on and check the exhaust. And now we're going to check the exhaust side, and what I've got, and I can just quickly read that, is it's 0.17 to 0.24. So I've actually got a 0.20 gauge here, and we'll see how we go. Alright, here it is. Alright, for me that's probably a little bit firm. Again with that, which means that it's less. So what should we be? So we've got a minimum of 0.17. Just going to check with a 0.15 to see that I've actually got clearance. So it just slides under there, no worries at all. Okay, just going to go the other side. I mean, it's a little bit awkward with the radiator on. I think that if you were if you had to actually start changing stuff, you would probably at least dump this radiator off. I can't even get the fucking thing in there, eh? And that just goes in with these, so I'm going to have to find another gauge because this one hasn't got it. Let's see if we can get a more accurate measurement. Okay, so here we have 0.17. Okay, and that fits perfectly okay. And that fits perfectly okay. So yeah, happy with that. Everything's come good. Just a little bit in here around the half moon areas. I kind of like just to get a little bit to sit in the corners of those half moon areas. Not much, just a slightly bigger build up. And that, for me, I think that's an area where I've seen them leak. So, whoops, I nearly forgot. Important. Just put a little bit on here. We've got the seal between the tappet cover and the spark plug hole. Another area where they leak and you can't see it. So, for me, it's a good idea to make sure you got a bit on there as well. Okay, so these half moon areas flop around like an old fucking mole. Pull everything out. Give me the fucking shits, to be honest, but you know, they fit into a groove and you'd think that fucking will stay there, but no. Okay, here we fucking go. Oh, you cunt. Okay. Fucking RTV everywhere. We'll just get in there with the torch and just make sure the gasket is correctly sitting in the spot. Lovely. Okay, on with our two tappet cover bolts. And I think they were 14. Now there is probably a torque setting that, you know, we're unprofessional, right? Which to me, just that's firm and just a tweak. A lot of people, you know, I think over tighten stuff, but then obviously it's easy to under tighten it too. So that's firm and just a tweak. All right. All right. Now. Let's drop our spark plug back in. Connect our coil. Okay, that's just going to sit down there. Just a bigger hole at the bottom. This one at the top. Right, and the bottom. Just line that up because it's got the bolt already on it. Okay. Right up here, a 10 and a 12. Righto. Let's check that we've got everything hooked up. Okay. Let's put this back. Alright. Everything is back how it should be. Just do that zip tie up a little bit tighter. Alright, here we are. All back together. Right, so the next thing is we've got our fuel tank to go back on. And that's got to connect to here and to the fuel line. So I'm just going to say like, by my measurements, everything is a little bit on the tighter side of the spec. So I feel that's okay. It should give an optimum valve clearance, but I'm happy with where everything's at. So I don't have to take the cover off, I don't have to take the cams out, I don't have to find other shims. That's all, it's all good. Alright, well, we'll put it back together. Okay, we'll just throw these back in. We don't need that anymore. Fuck. Okay. Just do these up again. Firm and a tweak. It's my torque wrench. Firm. Tweak. Yep. Happy with that. Okay. Now we can go put the tank on. Okay, with the tank, first thing is we have to connect up the wiring. Okay. Now with the clip, here it is. Okay, the fuel line. Pretty straightforward, that one just slips on there. But it also has a locking clip. It stops it coming off. Okay, set that in place. And do up our, actually I might just do the top bolt first. Again, another 10mm bolt from my choosing. Okay, firm. Alright, let's get our clip on. It's on. Okay. Now, this is supposed to go through there, but it's just, for me, it's a pain in the fucking ass, so I just set it there. The seat holds it where it needs to be. And pop the hose down. Okay. And okay, tank's on. Let's do some shrouds. It's quite cool, the tank's got little lugs on it, so you can set the shroud in place and everything else will line up. Just can leave it set like that. Righto. Again, I just do these up firm, don't, especially on the tank, and they don't over tighten it. Right, one down. Again, see the little lugs. It's really cool. Can hold that in place. You got two sides. You got the short ones going into the tank. Firm. Okay. Oh, fuck me. Need 3 fucking hands to hold everything. Okay, on with the seat. Right, do them up firm. Last thing you want is the seat flying off mid-moto. Seen it happen. Okay, that's it. We will now kick it in the guts, I guess, and see if it'll run. Righto. First thing, don't forget to take the bung out. It's harder to start with that in there. Okay. Now I guess the thing is, how hard is it to start? And of course we're Suzuki, so we are kickstart only. It's okay, that's what, 4 kicks and we got a fire, so not too rattly or anything, so that warm up a little bit. There you go, happy ads. Happy ads, that's good. If you like my content, please like and subscribe. I'm just going to keep building on it. I know that a lot of the content, for me, I find a little bit shit, I suppose, but I'm just trying to improve as I go along. And you know, if you want to comment in a positive way and say, well, look, you know, could you show me this or show me that, or do it this way or do it that way, I'm going to take all that on board and try and, you know, give you what you want. The whole thing behind checking the valve clearances is that I'm planning to go for a bit of a ride soon, and I just want to, that was one thing that was sort of playing on my mind after everything had bedded in, like, should I, you know, what should I do? So now I feel comfortable with that because it's well and truly within the spec, and I'm happy with that, so should be good. But yeah, see if the old boy can still ride without tipping it over. But yeah, alright, good. Thanks for watching, guys. Cheers.